Good evening from this abandoned house where I slept last night. And yes, it's evening again. Don't ask me. I don't have an answer other than I'm being weak. It's time to start walking. I am a little bit angry at myself, but whatever. I am weak. I'm ready to be done, and yet I'm just laying around all day and do nothing and being lazy. So my lazy ass better start walking. The only positive thing about starting in the evening is that the sun is behind the clouds. So it's not hot anymore. It's been all day, but that's just an excuse. I am lazy. I'm lacking motivation, even though I've hit 6,000 kilometers, and it's all on me. It's starting to be hard mentally, and I'm taking every opportunity to just lay around, watch TV shows, watch YouTube, whatever, just anything but walking. I'm not gonna lie, I do miss social interactions, and I don't mean the ones that I'm meeting people basically almost every day, but I speak to them for minutes maximum, and then I just keep moving. I'm missing friendships, relationships, whatever you want to call that. I do miss going out. I miss coming back home. I even miss work. It's been a long time being alone every day. And I really miss just normal day-to-day social interactions. And that's why I probably tend to watch more TV shows and stuff like that, because there is a lot of going on. And I need to get past that, and I need to really push myself right now, and I'm sure it's gonna teach me something. I just need to push to make it until the end, and then I'm gonna get what I'm craving for, going back. So it's really time to suck it up and start walking and stop being lazy and unmotivated, and just walk the kilometers that I need to walk every day to make it within 1.5 months or so. A little bit more maybe, I don't know, but I really do need to push myself. So I'm gonna try to do that. I'm really gonna try, and maybe the way to go is just disable the internet for all the social medias and YouTube and Netflix and Prime Video during the day, and start it only in the evening once I found a spot to camp. Because if I'm not gonna do that, I think I'm too weak to resist at this point. So I'm gonna think about it. I don't think I'm gonna walk many kilometers today, but I'm gonna try to think about it in those kilometers and try to find a solution, because it's really getting into my head right now, and it's tough, and I do feel weak and lazy, and I don't want to be weak. So I'm the only person who can do something about it. On another note, I'm completely out of water. There should be a village nearby, so hopefully there are some people there and it's not all abandoned like a lot of houses in Sweden are, and a lot of those tiny villages, they are just ghost towns. The one that I was staying today was a total ghost town, but there was a privy, so I was happy about it. And there was even like a one room that was unlocked. There was a staircase that was going up to the attic. I did go up to take a look. I was so hot up there underneath the roof. Let's say that was the only reason why I didn't check the other room. No, there was really nothing. There was an old sewing machine. There were some stuff for horses. And not much there to see, and it was super hot under the roof. I've also peeked through the windows, and it's just so interesting that everything was just left behind. Like, it was frozen in time. Nothing was taken away. I don't know if the person that used to live there died or something, or if it was a summer house and people just stopped going there and they didn't take anything out of there. But there was like a chair by the window, and there was something lying on the ground around the chair, and it was like kind of creepy, but I don't know what was it. It looked like a kind of a knitted whale that you put in the door frame and you walk through it, you know, like the ones that you have like with the little beads or stuff like that. And this one was, it looked like some knitted version of a veil. It was pretty interesting. That was a little bit creepy. I haven't filmed anything there, but it looked like there was nobody there for a very long time. Yesterday, at this exact time, I already walked 29.5 kilometers. Today, I'm 1.5 in. Oh my god, sometimes I really hate myself. I do. Even after all what I've accomplished already, what I've learned, what I gained, what I lost, I still feel like a failure sometimes. But I guess that's normal. So yeah, today I feel like a failure. And I am a little bit mad at myself for procrastinating the whole day. But it is what it is. I just need to keep moving, no matter what. And I am doing that now. Even if it's the lack of water what pushed me forward today. So I really need to figure out what to do about it, or I'm not gonna make it in the time that I set for myself, because I don't really have a deadline, but I do have a date in my head, so I should really do something about it to fulfill it, and I'm sure it's gonna be rewarding if I do so. So luckily for me, it wasn't a total ghost town. So I secured water for the night and for the morning. But the mosquitoes are awful today. Awful. I am dying. They are eating me alive as I speak. So I don't know how far I'm gonna walk. Not too far. But I'm gonna talk about that later, I think. yeah, I'm gonna share what I'm thinking a little bit later. Today there's gonna be a lot of talking. So if you don't wanna listen to me yapping, then you can skip this video. But I'm 5 kilometers in and I'm allowing myself to take it easy. When I find a spot to camp, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna tell you the reasoning behind it once I'm hiding from the mosquitoes in my tent. So there's gonna be more talking later on, and yeah, if you don't want to listen to my yapping and talking, that might not even make sense, but if you don't want to listen to it, you can skip this video totally, because it's gonna be a very short day. There is nothing to see much, and I'm gonna cut it short. So yeah, there should be like a lookout tower nearby, so I'm thinking that maybe around the lookout tower, if there is any, I have it in the map, I'm not sure if it exists, but if it does, I'm gonna probably see by that, and yeah, we'll see about that. I don't think I finished my thought before because I got distracted by a can next to a road. And I do have a spare bag, so I'm gonna be collecting the cans as I go now. I think I'm 2.5 days away from a store, and you get money from the cans, like 1 crown from each can, so it's extra money and making something good for the nature. So double win. Well, look at that, I made it to the lookout tower. There it is. It reminds me of some of the lookout towers in Czech Republic in one of the national parks. Šumava, if you want to know. Okay. I wish there would be no mosquitoes. It would be so nice. I'm gonna still go there. If there would be no mosquitoes, I could sleep in the tower. Unfortunately, I'm getting eaten alive, only standing and talking. How cool! Yay! Oh, wow. I don't know how this type of landscape is called. I think I actually might be able to pitch my tent here. Not without... Maybe I could use the benches. That would be cool. If I could tie it to the benches and pitch my tent like that. That could work. Wow. Oh wow, that is pretty. Look at that. How beautiful. I really need to search the word for this. It's not a swamp. How is it called? I don't know. I'm gonna Google. You're gonna have the word I'm thinking about on the screen. For my Czech viewers, it's a rašeliniště. I have no idea how it's called in English. And I don't think the sign down there had an English sign. I don't know. I think I'm gonna execute my idea about the benches. I could use the legs to tie the 4 corners. That looks pretty cool. Do I want to sleep up or down? I need to think about it. Probably down. But that is cool. Beautiful. Well, getting creative with my tent pitch doesn't look too shabby. And those benches are actually like kind of a perfect length for the short side. Not too bad. It looks decent. I'm kind of proud. I'm like right underneath the stairs that goes up to the lookout tower. Kind of cool. I'm proud. And the mosquitoes are not too bad here either. Pretty cool spot. And I only walked 6 kilometers, but that's alright. I'm gonna talk about it later.